Hello, everybody. So, first of all, some of you may be wondering why I didn't do a prediction video yesterday. And the fact is, I was planning on doing it, but the day just sort of got away from me. I was doing a lot of work on Captain Spirit and on other things, and the real reason I'll get to in a minute. I'm going to start. First of all, I'm going to try and see if I can do 2 videos today to make up for lost time. But I'm going to start by saying we talked about Best Director today, and it's always weird how fast we get to these major categories when we're still trying to figure out the minor ones. And yeah, you know what? Let's just start. Fifth most likely to win is Pawel Pawlikowski, Cold War. So first of all, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Second of all, this is why it took me so long to do it. I had every intention of watching the movie Cold War yesterday. Because I looked on demand and it was like, Cold War, free to me, watch now. And then I went back to it the next day, and it turned out that it wasn't the actual movie, it was the trailer, which really threw me off. Like, I don't know why they do this on demand, but they put the trailers in the same category as the movies, and then they have the audacity to put the posters there like it's the same movie. And it really, it totally caught me off guard and threw me off. I honestly thought the movie was available. And then apparently Amazon has the rights to the movie, and they're going to release it in like a month after the Oscars, which is not a smart decision. I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to see this movie before the Oscars. So, yeah, it's nominated. It's a real WTF nomination, and it's a lone director nomination. I don't think I have to make any case for this. Does anyone think this is winning? When was the last time a director won Best Director for a movie that wasn't nominated for Best Picture? Like, seriously, has it ever happened? I don't think it has. Or maybe I'm wrong, but it would have happened a long, long time ago, and there's already another director nominated here for a foreign language film. Like, I can't see... Maybe this has a small but vocal supporting group, but I can't imagine it's enough people to give it the win. I just cannot see this winning. And Pawel Pawlikowski, nothing against him as a director. I thought Ida had great cinematography, but was a boring film, personally. And came out the same year as Mommy, which was a much better foreign language film. But, I don't know, maybe this one's better. Maybe Cold War is a good movie. I don't know. I cannot see it. Like, also, you should understand, we were supposed to get screener copies this year, but it didn't pan out, right? So, yeah, so that's why I'm behind on having seen every movie. So I'll just skip this. I can't imagine a world where this wins Best Director. So let's just move on. Fourth most likely to win is Adam McKay for Vice. Now, I think it's crazy that McKay got on over someone like Bradley Cooper or Peter Farrelly. Like, Peter Farrelly is not... I don't really know if you could call that great direction, but at least... It would make more sense because the movie is more in the Best Picture conversation. And then I wanted to predict Ryan Coogler for Black Panther. In my predictions, I also was sort of betting on a wild card lone director nomination for John Krasinski for A Quiet Place, which a lone director nomination did happen, but not the way I expected. Adam McKay just feels like a weird choice. Not that Vice is a poorly directed film or anything. It's just a lot of the personality of that movie is found in the editing and in the script, and also with the performances. It just feels weird to award the director of that film. And again, I'm yawning a lot. I do not have the best sleep schedule. But again, like, I don't see what's so special about this direction. If Vice were seriously in contention to win Best Picture, then maybe it would be different. But it's not. It didn't win. I mean, it swept the nominations at the Globes, but it didn't win anything. And Vice is looking like it's going to take makeup and maybe actor. and I don't know, possibly editing, possibly like it could take a few, but it just doesn't feel like a picture winner. But maybe it could come out of nowhere and shock us. Who knows? I just don't see McKay winning for this, even if Vice were more in the conversation. It just doesn't feel like the type of directorial effort that wins Best Director. Third most likely to win is Yorgos Lanthimos for The Favorite. Now, The Favorite is one of the most nominated movies of the night, 10 nominations, and it's probably going to take a couple of them. It might take a production design or costume design, but I don't know if I can see a world where Yorgos Lanthimos wins. I feel if he had won more stuff in the guilds, then maybe, because it's not a bad directorial effort. And if this movie were winning Best Picture, then I'd say for sure. But I don't know. First of all, this is one of those categories that feels kind of locked. It feels like we know who the winner is, and there's not going to be a ton of real surprises. And the fact that Bradley Cooper and Ryan Coogler are not in this category makes the ultimate winner feel a lot more obvious. And nothing against Lanthimos. I think he's definitely improved from his last film. I did not like The Lobster at all, and I think this is a better movie. And maybe there's a crazy world in which he does win, but I don't know. I just can't see this happen. I can't see him pulling off a win. I think a nomination was enough. I think it was surprising, but I don't think there's enough there to warrant a win given the competition. Second most likely to win is Spike Lee for BlacKkKlansman. So this is tough. Like, there's in another year he wins this, and I feel that BlacKkKlansman did very well throughout the season, but it was always just a little bit off. It was almost there. It was performing solidly to be a nominee, but it never got the traction it needed to win anything. And if BlacKkKlansman does win anything in the night, it'll be adapted screenplay. Spike Lee had a conversation going for a little while because he's a legendary director and he's never won. So, like, if he had pulled off a win at any of the other festivals, at Globe, at BFCA, or at DGA, then he would be more in the conversation. But no, he's lost all of them. And I hope this isn't his last chance. I hope that he's nominated for something else in the future, or maybe they'll give him an honorary Oscar. Yeah, one of those ones that is non-competitive. I could see them doing that with Spike Lee in the future. But I don't know. I think he's the number two because he's such a legend as a director, and because he's done great work in the past, and because this is a really good movie. But I don't know. I just don't think BlacKkKlansman has what it takes to go all the way. This could maybe happen. I could see it almost being like, whoa, big surprise of the night. Spike Lee wins, but I just can't act that surprised. I think Spike Lee is going to lose, and that's fine because the winner of this category is going to be number one, Alfonso Cuarón, Roma. So, first of all, Alfonso Cuarón would be the fifth Mexican in 6 years to win this award, which is crazy. Because, I don't know, there's a lot of... I know that Cuarón, Alejandro Inarritu, and last year's winner, Guillermo del Toro, are supposedly all friends, that they hang out together, that they are close together, they talk about projects together, and they bring us great movies, you know? They're bringing drugs, they're bringing rapists, and they're bringing Oscar-winning movies. That's what... Mexicans win this for a reason. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. But Alfonso Cuarón, this would be his second Oscar after Gravity. And he is a great director, and it's clear... Because Alfonso Cuarón, he directed Children of Men very well, which was a very well-liked movie. He directed one of the Harry Potter movies, and then he directed Gravity, which was a huge box office success, and he was an Oscar winner. And after Gravity, for his next project, he could have done a lot of things. A lot of major studios would have wanted to hire him for a blockbuster, and instead he said, no, I'm going to make this low-budget, black and white, foreign language movie for Netflix, just because it's personal for me. And that alone is commendable, that he could have done so many other things, but he chose to tell this story in this way. And the fact that the story is so personal for him, and the fact that the movie is positioned to win Best Picture, the fact that it performed so well, and Alfonso Cuarón won the Golden Globe and the BFCA and the DGA. He's winning pretty much everything he needs to win, so it would be a pretty big upset if someone else managed to win instead. I feel that Alfonso Cuarón is in a very, very good position, certainly better than any of the other nominees. I'm not saying it's impossible that Spike Lee could pull off a surprise win, but I feel that if you're a betting man and you're making predictions, it's safest to predict Alfonso Cuarón. So that is my prediction, and tune in later today. I think I'm going to talk about animated feature. See you later.